Welcome to Mollyflix. This is Avatar, the Last Airbender Season 1 recap. Subscribe for all the latest updates. People called benders can control different elements like water, earth, fire, and air. The Avatar's duty is to keep the world balanced. The Avatar is unique because they can master all 4 elements. When one Avatar passes away, a new one is born in a cycle of reincarnation. In our story, we meet Aang, a cheerful airbender living at the Southern Air Temple. He's already a master at airbending, but then Monk Gyatso reveals something huge. You're the chosen one, Aang. You're the Avatar. It's a massive deal for a kid to handle, so Aang seeks solace in his trusty Sky Bison, Appa, and goes off to think things over. The 4 nations live together in harmony, but everything flips when the Fire Nation strikes. Fire Lord Sozin decides it's time for a barbecue war. The Fire Nation launches an assault on the air nomads. It's a massive bending showdown. There's a comet tonight that greatly enhances firebending. So, Fire Lord Sozin goes all out, frying up every airbender in sight except for the one he seeks, which is Aang, who's off catching some fresh air. Caught in a storm, Aang faces a watery disaster as a massive tidal wave submerges him. Thankfully, his Avatar abilities kick in, and he rescues himself by freezing into a human-sized ice cube. Now, let's journey to the distant south, to a cozy village in the Southern Water Tribe. Here we encounter Katara, a spirited young waterbender, and her witty, sarcastic older brother, Sokka. Today, they stumble upon Aang's icy prison, and their presence allows him to break free. After recovering, he emerges with a casual, "Hey there, what did I miss?" But Gran drops a bombshell. "Kid, you've missed a century. You've been frozen for 100 years, and now you're the last airbender." Yep, the war has been raging for almost 100 years, and unfortunately, the Fire Nation is mostly ahead in the game. Not even 10 minutes after Aang's grand entrance, a fiery ship looms nearby, captained by none other than Prince Zuko and his uncle Iroh. Zuko, who's been banished, is tasked with capturing the Avatar, as that's his only shot at redemption and regaining his honor. Sokka's dad entrusts him with protecting their village, leading to a daring showdown where Sokka challenges Zuko to a one-on-one duel, but let's just say it doesn't go too well for Sokka. To safeguard the village from being roasted, Aang decides to turn himself in. He surrenders peacefully, but Katara and Sokka aren't having any of it. They mount a rescue mission, hitching a ride on Appa, and with Aang's airbending skills, they break him out, escaping with the whole crew intact. They return to the Southern Air Temple, where Aang receives the devastating news that his friends are no more. This sends him into a rage, triggering the Avatar state, a state where he taps into the immense power of the Avatar. But Aang's still figuring out how to control it, making it pretty risky for anyone nearby. You wouldn't want to be there. Feeling immense guilt for being absent for a century, Aang is determined to make things right as the Avatar and restore balance to the world. With Team Avatar assembled, they soar off on Appa and befriend a cute new addition, the winged lemur Momo. But before they can dive into saving the world, Aang must learn the ropes of being the Avatar. So, he pays a visit to the shrine of a previous Avatar, Kyoshi. Guarded by the fierce Kyoshi warriors, Aang's Avatar status earns him a pass. Their leader, Suki, a master of combat with her fan, even gives Sokka some martial arts pointers, sparking some serious flirtation between the two. Aang connects with his past self and meets Avatar Kyoshi, who delivers a crucial message: to save the world, you must become a master of all 4 elements. Katara never had the chance to learn waterbending. The Fire Nation smoked out all the waterbenders in her village. However, her Gran thought ahead and packed her waterbending scroll. So whenever Katara spots water, she takes a moment for some impromptu practice. Sokka, on the other hand, isn't too keen on the idea of waterbending training and spends the season brushing it off. Meanwhile, Zuko is hot on the Avatar's trail, but he has to keep it on the down low because he's determined to be the one to capture him. Unfortunately for Zuko, Commander Zhao catches wind of his suspicious behavior and goes by his back, seeks some important information about the Avatar. Suki and Sokka step up to defend the village, proving that even non-benders can hold their own in a fight. Kyoshi herself intervenes, offering to lend Aang her strength by briefly possessing him. With Kyoshi's power coursing through him, Aang storms into battle, showcasing the might of a fully realized Avatar. With the day saved and love blossoming between Suki and Sokka, Kyoshi delivers a sobering message to Aang: the Northern Water Tribe is in danger. Thus, the gang sets out on a mission, heading northward. But the journey is long, and they'll need to make some detours along the way. Their first stop? The Earth Kingdom city of Omashu. Despite facing relentless assaults from the Fire Nation, the Earth Kingdom city of Omashu stands firm, though not without its own share of troubles. Firebender spies have infiltrated its walls. Amidst the chaos, the gang befriends a kind-hearted inventor known as the Mechanist who serves the king of Omashu. Aang bonds with the Mechanist's son, whom he gifts with a nifty flying wheelchair, while Sokka lends his engineering skills to assist with a new project, a war balloon. As it turns out, Sokka has a knack for engineering. However, Katara uncovers a troubling truth: the Mechanist is collaborating with the Fire Nation. And they're not the only ones keeping tabs on him. A charismatic young rebel named Jet, along with his band of ragtag orphans, is also tracking the Mechanist's movements, fighting against the Fire Nation's oppression. Jet pitches his plan to Katara, aiming to take down the Mechanist during his meeting with the king, regardless of collateral damage. Katara, understandably concerned about innocent lives, balks at the idea. Jet, however, sees it as a necessary sacrifice, prompting Katara to intervene. Their clash of ideals leads to a rift between them, revealing Jet's less-than-admirable side. Meanwhile, the Mechanist's true motives come to light. He's not willingly aiding the Fire Nation but is instead coerced under threat to his son's safety. With more firebenders infiltrating Omashu, courtesy of Prince Zuko's pursuit of Aang, tensions escalate. Uncle Iroh warns against firebending in enemy territory, but Zuko's impulsive nature leads to a regrettable encounter as he smokes the cart of a cabbage merchant. As guards close in, Uncle Iroh takes the blame to allow Zuko to slip away, exemplifying his unwavering loyalty to his nephew. Aang finds himself arrested alongside Uncle Iroh for their involvement in the chaos. Presented before the eccentric and aged king of Omashu, Aang is struck by a sense of familiarity. He resembles an old friend from a century past, Bumi. Indeed, it is Bumi, now incredibly aged and harboring some bitterness towards Aang for his century-long slumber while the world burned. Seeking to impart a lesson on responsibility, Bumi challenges Aang to a duel to the death. Meanwhile, Katara and Sokka mount a daring rescue mission, aided by a group of laid-back musicians who serenade them with the famous Secret Tunnel theme song, revealing a hidden passage into the palace. Navigating the treacherous tunnel, the group encounters giant badger moles, but their message of love and unity calms the creatures. As Aang faces off against the master earthbender Bumi, the stakes are high. Bumi demonstrates his prowess by conjuring boulders, intending to teach Aang a harsh lesson. In times of war, tough decisions must be made. Just as Aang and Bumi are facing their duel, his friends swoop in to rescue him, teaching him a different lesson: with friends by your side, anything is possible. Meanwhile, Uncle Iroh faces the consequences of his past as a Fire Nation general who led a devastating siege on the Earth capital of Ba Sing Se, resulting in countless deaths. When Zuko comes to rescue his uncle from a transfer to a harsh prison, Iroh chooses mercy over vengeance, having witnessed enough loss and suffering in his lifetime. Now, Team Avatar encounters a charred forest where the balance of spirits is disturbed. Aang, as the Avatar, attempts to restore harmony in the spirit world, a realm both fascinating and perilous. They encounter spirits, some benevolent and others like the terrifying Ko, the Face Stealer. Ko ensnares Katara and Sokka in their worst nightmares, reliving the tragic memory of their mother's death. Fortunately, Aang escapes and finds solace with his old mentor, Monk Datso, who warns him of Ko's malevolence and reveals that only Avatar Roku has ever bested him. Aang embarks on an epic journey to the shrine of Avatar Roku, where he encounters the jovial and helpful past Avatar. Roku hands over a totem stolen from Ko, offering it as a bargaining chip for Aang to save his friends. Zuko seeks outside assistance in capturing the Avatar. He enlists the help of the skilled bounty hunter June, known for her formidable shrew-mounted prowess in tracking down targets. With the help of June the bounty hunter, Zuko swiftly captures Aang, but his victory is short-lived as Commander Zhao's promotion to Admiral, putting him in charge of all Avatar-related matters, took Aang with him, leaving Zuko with no means to restore his honor. We also meet Zuko's father, the ruthless Fire Lord Ozai, who shows little regard for his banished son, favoring Zuko's prodigious sister, Azula, instead. Azula, driven by her desire to impress her father, masters the advanced technique of lightning bending and earns his approval to join the war effort. Zhao imprisons Aang in a nearly impenetrable fortress, leading to a surprising rescue by the mysterious Blue Spirit. During an exciting escape attempt, Aang and the Blue Spirit work together to fight their way out, demonstrating impressive teamwork. However, Zhao's top archers incapacitate the Blue Spirit, unveiling his true identity, Prince Zuko. Although Aang appreciates the rescue, Zuko clarifies that his loyalty remains the same. He is determined to capture the Avatar for himself. Commander Zhao swiftly exposes the Blue Spirit's true identity as Zuko and sets a deadly trap, resulting in a fiery explosion. Meanwhile, Aang successfully rescues his friends and leads them to the majestic Northern Water Tribe. Though thrilled to have the Avatar by their side, they discover that Aang has yet to learn waterbending. While the tribe offers to teach him, Aang declines. Katara embraces the opportunity to learn healing techniques through waterbending. Eager to expand her skills further, she demands combat training, only to face the tribe's gendered restrictions. Unwilling to accept these limitations, Katara challenges the master to a duel, showcasing her impressive growth as a waterbender. Though ultimately defeated, Katara's resilience and determination challenge societal norms, proving that gender is no barrier to skill and strength. Sokka becomes romantically involved with Princess Yu. Meanwhile, it seems like Sokka is a lovebender, and the two share a passionate kiss. As the battle rages on, it becomes clear that the Fire Nation's forces are formidable. However, their plans are complicated by the unexpected presence of Prince Zuko, who manages to infiltrate the tribe. Katara, now a skilled waterbending master, confronts him, ready to defend her people. Despite the advantage of a full moon empowering waterbending, the Northern Water Tribe faces a dire threat. Zhao unveils a deadly prototype war balloon, courtesy of the Mechanist. However, Zhao's audacious plan goes beyond mere military strategy. He intends to exploit the rare convergence of the moon and ocean spirits to eliminate the source of waterbending's strength by killing the moon itself. In a reckless move, Zhao seizes the moon spirit, a koi fish, from the spirit oasis, prompting Uncle Iroh to intervene, cautioning against meddling with the spirit world. Recognizing the gravity of Zhao's actions, Uncle Iroh switches allegiance. Despite his protests, Zhao fatally wounds the moon spirit, plunging the world into chaos as waterbending loses its potency. Desperate to restore balance, Aang communicates with the ocean spirit, the moon spirit's counterpart. Though unable to access the Avatar state, Aang taps into the ocean spirit's power, transforming into a colossal water-based entity, a water Godzilla if you will, decisively turning the tide of battle against the Fire Nation. Meanwhile, Zuko confronts Zhao, only to receive a devastating revelation. His pursuit of the Avatar was never sanctioned by his father, who sees Zuko merely as a pawn to motivate his favored child, Azula. Shattered by this truth, Zuko's world crumbles. However, Uncle Iroh avenges Zuko by eliminating Zhao. As Aang's rampage reaches its climax, he summons a massive tidal wave, obliterating the remaining Fire Nation fleet, effectively ending their assault on the Northern Water Tribe. With the moon spirit gone, Aang faces the possibility of being lost forever. However, Princess Yu, blessed by the moon spirit in her youth, sacrifices herself to restore balance by becoming the new moon spirit. While the Northern Water Tribe suffers significant damage, the situation is not as dire as it could have been. Prince Zuko, grappling with uncertainty about his future, decides to take some time to reflect. Aang remains committed to his mission of stopping the Fire Nation and saving the world, setting the stage for his continued journey in mastering the other elements. Despite the setback in the north, Fire Lord Ozai remains undeterred as his daughter, Azula, achieves a major victory by conquering Omashu. Furthermore, the impending return of the comet that once empowered firebenders promises to bolster their strength. And thus, the first season of Avatar, The Last Airbender concludes. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more insightful recaps of your favorite TV shows and movies.